Hello everyone and welcome. Today I want to talk about AI. It's time that we touch base upon this very important topic. A lot of my students have asked countless questions and they are wondering if they're studying the wrong thing, and a lot of messages have come to me asking to go a little bit more into what it means for the film industry, the visual effects industry and so on. So I thought I would make a short video about it. First of all, are you studying, if you're studying that, something that won't be useful? And my answer is no. Nothing of what you learn is useless. Nothing of what you learn is wasted time. As long as you are learning something new every day, you are doing the right thing. Now, AI is gonna change and disrupt many things. We know that that's how it's gonna be. There are a bunch of books that I can put in the description that you can read about it, and that say the same thing. It's inevitable. It's inevitable because it's the new superpower that a lot of nations will use to leverage their profits. And so nobody is gonna stop that development, although many influential people have asked to slow down this development in the hope of getting better regulations or regulations at all, because as far as I know right now there is almost no regulation in place yet. So there is a threat, there is a problem there. A lot of the things will change. Now the problem that I have with all these people worrying and screaming and freaking out about it is that nothing is permanent in this life. Nothing is permanent in your career, nothing is permanent in what you want to do, nothing is permanent anywhere. Okay, so the point here is that you shouldn't focus on worrying about something that hasn't happened yet, but you should be prepared. And how do you prepare for something that you don't know, you don't understand? You go study it, you go learn it, and you're gonna try to understand where are the areas that are gonna be more affected, and you're gonna be shielded in those areas because you will focus your attention on something else. Does it make sense? You don't want to be fearful, you want to be active, you want to be proactive towards solving a problem, always and every time in life. If you start being fearful, that's gonna just paralyze you, and you just are gonna slow down and start having these doubts about what you're doing, if you're doing the right thing here or there. And there is no point, because you don't know, as I don't know, as pretty much nobody knows at this point, the extent of the infiltration that the AI is gonna have in not just the visual effects or the film industry, but everywhere. Sora, that has come out a couple of weeks ago, has shown that we will definitely be able to create video on demand from a text prompt. Now, there are some problems with it, as you have seen. There are some things that a lot of YouTubers have picked up, so I'm not gonna go into that. But eventually it will become at a certain level where you will not be able to distinguish that from reality. It's just a matter of time. If you look at the curve of the progress that AI is doing, you understand that it is an exponential curve and can only go faster and faster. Sure, eventually it might plateau, where to get the remaining 20% of something you're gonna have to work very hard for it, and so maybe there's gonna be a slight slowdown, but we don't know that for sure. And so what I'm thinking here is this: you have to work on your skills. Anytime that there is a change that is an evolutionary change, or like industrial revolution or something, you have to prepare yourself with the right skills. So don't be fearful, go learn about it, learn what are the limitations at the moment, see if you can take advantage of those, see if you can focus your studying into something related to that, but without being fearful that what you're doing now is useless, because I can guarantee you that is not. Now, what's gonna happen, in my opinion, with AI is this: there is gonna be a baseline created by AI in the majority of the fields of the content creation, the creativity industries, the film, the visual effects industry as a whole. There's gonna be an AI that is creating a baseline content, okay? So if you are a filmmaker, you're gonna use an AI to create the baseline for the film. Now that can be used for different kind of purpose, maybe for pre-visualization, maybe for part of the movie itself, maybe for the actual movie. And there is going to be a director that directs movies through AI. And so if you are smart, you're going to be that director that takes advantage of that and takes the pros of that technology to make a profit out of it. Now, if you are attached to the old technology of creating movies the old-fashioned way, you're going to be disappointed because you have to move with the technology. You can still do that, assuming that your movies are good enough. People will still watch them, people will still buy them, people will still produce them, as long as they are worth something. Here the concept is that we offer a value, and that value is accepted or rejected based on the amount of people that find that thing valuable, right? So offer and demand. It's important we understand that, because sometimes as artists we get too attached to our work in a way that is not healthy, because you think that you have to produce that thing in one specific way because that's how you have always done it and that's how you like it, and that's it. But that's not good. Technology will forever evolve. There's going to be crazy things happening in the next 10-15 years with the VR coming strong, with the headsets coming in everyday life with augmented reality. There's going to be a lot of things that will change. A lot of the content that we use is going to change. Right now we use a lot the phone, maybe we will use more the headset, maybe eventually we'll have a chip in the brain that's going to help us keep up with these AIs. So there is a lot of things that you and I don't know. So why worrying about things that are just in imagination, right? As the Stoics say, we worry in imagination more than in reality. And I know that very well because I've done it many times, especially in the past, until I decided that was not worth it, because that worry only slows you down in the present. Think about what you can do today to do the best that you can do. Think what you can learn today to be as advanced today as you can be. Don't think of what is gonna limit you tomorrow, because tomorrow is just a series of today. And if you do the best you can every day, your tomorrow is gonna be okay, no matter what. Because you will be prepared and you will have the knowledge to use to overcome whatever circumstance comes to you. I don't know why we have to freak out about this thing when we still don't know the implications as a whole. Now, don't underestimate it either, because this is a technology that will change the way we do things. And I am envisioning as well that, for example, in 3D, you're gonna be able to go into Unreal. I've seen prototypes of that already, but that's gonna become very, very powerful and in-depth, where you can essentially ask Unreal to create, I don't know, a little bit of a New York City, and if there are enough assets in your database, the AI is going to be very quick to pick up all those assets and build that set for you. It's going to be a lot quicker than anybody doing it by hand. It's going to have a lot more advantages in the way it does it. It's going to make many different versions in one go, so that you can choose from one, and then you can go in there and customize the work. I've read about the granularity problem of the AI, which is essentially asking AI to go in depth into specific frames of a video, for example, or into specific attributes of the video or attributes of the subjects in the video. And we are not yet there, but I am very confident that we will get there. We're gonna be able at some point to tell AI, in these 5 frames, I want this to happen as well, and it will figure it out. So granularity is just a complexity problem. For now, we have to start having everything that makes sense, videos that make sense, where there is no errors. Once we get that, granularity is not that hard to achieve, because the concept behind it are exactly the same. It's just a portion or a very specific part of that image that needs to be manipulated in a different way. Okay, so I don't exclude that a lot of our work will be done by AI in the future, but what's gonna happen is this. There is gonna be a lot of people that are directors or art directors, for example, that will take advantage of the AI to create incredible things. And then there's going to be a group of people that are crybabies that are going to be in the corner complaining that AI stole their work. And then there's going to be students, like my students, that are still learning the skills to learn what is a good image and how to create good stuff, which is a skill that you can replicate in anything that is a creative endeavor. And that's what I like to teach. You have to learn how to create good looking things, because even with the AI, there's gonna be somebody that needs to direct that. And what's gonna happen with junior positions, I think, is that the AI will create the base and the junior positions will go in there and adjust and fix things. Now, I don't necessarily think that is too different from what we do now, except that I think the medium position will suffer a little bit, because that's where, you know, there is more of this preparation work for the juniors, and then there is more the high-end creative people that takes decisions. But there is gonna be work like that all the time, because also the content creation process, in whichever media you choose, it's a very difficult one. There are very specific needs. There is emotions involved with that. There is a particular style of narration, there is a particular style of coloring, a particular style of set dressing. These things, yes, AI will be able to reproduce, but a particular style is one thing that you have built upon feeling in a certain way about things. That's what's nice about creativity, is that also has to do with your feelings, right? With how you envision things. And that's a very personal thing, and I think that's gonna be very hard for AI to reach in the first stage of development. Okay, so don't be worried, get prepared. This is always what I say. Learn something new every day, and make sure that when the moment comes that AI is taking over, you have some alternatives, or you can exploit that to your advantage. That's my opinion on AI. Let me know what you think in your comments. This is a very important topic. And as usual, if it is useful or you want to have conversation, write a comment down below, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.